The transmission came from a world on fire. An alien outpost, burning against the cold night sky, sent out its last desperate plea. Inside a shattered command center, a holographic distress beacon flickered, a final prayer cast into the void. Medics scrambled, their hands slick with alien blood, as explosions rocked the very ground beneath them. On the radar, unknown signatures screamed toward them, impossibly fast. The trenches collapsed, the air choked with smoke, and from the mountains, massive shadows descended. Backup ... quotes a general whispered into a cracked communicator, his voice filled with despair, and then the sky split open. They didn't arrive in shining warships or graceful cruisers. They came in fire and steel, drop pods streaking down like a meteor shower of pure vengeance. From the dust and flames they rose, human Deathworlders. Their armor was scarred, but their will was unbroken. One Marine punched through a solid metal barricade with his bare fist. The enemy, who had known only victory, froze in terror as these apparitions emerged from the smoke. Through a glowing visor, the reflection of a terrified army stared back. They moved with a terrifying silence, their eyes glowing under tactical helmets, predators in the dark. One soldier carried a colossal plasma cannon on his shoulder as if it were nothing. The battlefield erupted in light as orbital strikes, precise and devastating, turned enemy lines to craters and dust. The aliens watched in disbelief. An enemy sniper, confident in his hidden position, saw his targets walk through toxic fog as if it were a morning mist. A human soldier, surrounded by overwhelming odds, simply smiled before charging headfirst into the fray. Their shock troopers shattered reinforced armor with brutal melee weapons, turning advanced technology into scrap metal. Even the alien civilians, hidden in the ruins, stared in awe as these saviors marched past, their destination the heart of the battle. One Deathworlder stood atop a destroyed enemy tank, a silhouette of defiance, his cape whipping in the ash-filled wind. Flamethrowers ignited charging beasts, painting the crimson sky with fire. A commander calmly issued orders while enemy rounds pinged harmlessly off his armor, like rain against a fortress wall. This wasn't just a rescue, it was a reckoning. We saw a lone human warrior shielding a wounded alien child from harm. We saw a juggernaut in human form charge through a storm of explosions, an unstoppable force of nature. An enemy's blade, inches from an alien survivor's throat, was stopped by a single gaunted fist. A monstrous creature, feared across the sector, was dragged across the battlefield by its tail. Entire artillery barrages exploded uselessly against shimmering energy shields. One soldier, with a roar that shook the heavens, lifted a crashed gunship to free his trapped allies. When alien reinforcements finally arrived, they froze, mouths agape. The battle was already being won. Inside the enemy's deepest fortress, demolition charges were planted. One Deathworlder stepped out of molten metal, not burned, but forged anew. They moved with impossible speed, sprinting up walls with magnetic boots, punching through starship doors. Their war cries sent terrifying beasts fleeing in panic. But amidst this fury, there was compassion. Human medics treated alien wounded with a gentle precision that defied their brutal appearance. One soldier carried 3 injured aliens on his back while escaping a collapsing structure. They were a whirlwind of controlled chaos, leaping from cliffs into enemy ranks, their plasma rifles firing bolts of azure energy. The aliens, once on the brink of extinction, began to cheer as the tide of battle turned in a spectacular, violent reversal. The enemy commander's weapon was crushed under a heavy boot. A protective ring of steel and fire formed around fleeing refugees. A single railgun shot cracked the sky itself. Their tanks rolled over the burning landscape, indifferent to the hell around them. A charging monster, the size of a building, was stopped dead by a single outstretched hand. The alien soldiers who had fought and bled on this soil could only offer a salute of profound respect as the Deathworlders passed. They were liberators, emerging from stealth suits and repelling from orbit, tearing down fortress gates and ripping open bunkers to save those trapped inside. The enemy, for the first time, knew fear. They retreated. They broke. They ran. On a battlefield of fire and ruin, under a sky cleared of enemy ships, the Deathworlders roared in triumph. As the war ended, they did not rest. They delivered food and water, lifted rubble to find survivors, and stood guard over the weak. A human soldier knelt to reassure a terrified alien medic, his voice calm despite the carnage around him. Together, they raised a new banner, a symbol of a united front born from desperation and saved by impossible courage. In the end, as the sun rose on a liberated world, a Deathworlder stood watching, their armor steaming in the morning light. They hadn't just saved a planet. They had forged a legend, and the galaxy would never forget the day the humans arrived. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more tailies from the edge of the universe.